Tapi dia tak keluar tajuk.
Tak payah. Ini bukan concern kita. Tutup je. Awak suara saya nak awak tutup YouTube tu. Tutup YouTube.
YouTube. Tutup terus.
Tutup terus. Hilang.
Hilang.
Tutup telefon hilang. Serius lah. Tak apalah. Masa dah matikan. Biar.
Ada tak?
Tak apalah. Tak apalah. Tutup je dulu. Ni. Kita proses sekarang ya.
Saya tengok kat luar harus.
Sekejap. Tak apa. Proceed Jangan end. Proceed.
Tekan je dulu.
At University Science Islam Malaysia, the spirit of seeking for knowledge is inspired by Iqra, which means recite. Iqra leads us to education of the future. It addresses the current issues on sustainable environment, society, and humanity in local and global arena. Iqra drives us to transdisciplinary research in STEAM education, science, technology, religion, ethics, arts, and mathematics. The concept of Iqra has strengthened the education philosophy of USIM, which is the integration of Naqli, revealed, and Aqli, conventional knowledge. The integration of both is aimed at producing students, researchers, academicians, and administrators who are holistic and intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and physically balanced. The human capital produced by this integration plays significant roles in executing USIM Blue Ocean Strategy, where the management and development of the structure, paradigm, and objectives of the university are parallel with Maqasid Sharia. Henceforth, USIM administration is designed according to the framework of Qalbu guided leadership, in which USIM spearheads the idea of becoming the university with a heart that strives on integrity, humbleness, and dynamic leadership personality. Based on the concept of Wasatiyah, USIM also strongly aspires to produce leaders who are fair, holistic, and balanced in decision-making and others. We always pray for Allah's blessings upon our graduates. At University Science Islam Malaysia, the spirit of seeking for knowledge is inspired by Iqra, which means recite. Iqra leads us to education of the future. It addresses the current issues on sustainable environment, society, and humanity in local and global arena. Iqra drives us to transdisciplinary research in STEAM education, science, technology, religion, ethics, arts, and mathematics. The concept of Iqra has strengthened the education philosophy of USIM, which is the integration of Naqli, revealed, and Aqli, conventional knowledge. The integration of both is aimed at producing students, researchers, academicians, and administrators who are holistic and intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and physically balanced. The human capital produced by this integration plays significant roles in executing USIM Blue Ocean Strategy, where the management and development of the structure, paradigm, and objectives of the university are parallel with Maqasid Sharia. Henceforth, USIM administration is designed according to the framework of Qalbu guided leadership, in which USIM spearheads the idea of becoming the university with a heart that strengthens integrity, humbleness, and dynamic leadership personality. Based on the concept of Wasatiyah, USIM also strongly aspires to produce leaders who are fair, holistic, and balanced in decision-making and others. We always pray for Allah's blessings upon our graduates and hope that the knowledge and skills that they have gained throughout their studies here can be disseminated and beneficial to the society and the Ummah as a whole. May the blessings from the Almighty continue, inshaAllah.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to begin, please get ready. I have a few housekeeping notes before we begin. In ensuring this smooth ceremony, I would like to remind everyone, please kindly mute your mic to avoid any interruptions. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our Malaysia national anthem and proceed terus maju.
Menjadi universiti termaju, masa keras kegiatan, penyelidikannya untuk dunia, terus progresif, membina insan, berdisiplin mengamal nilai mulia. Cipta
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And very good morning to Yang Guru Zaha, Associate Professor Dr. Fuad Johari, Deputy Dean of Research and Innovation, Faculty of Economics and Muhammadan University Science Islam Malaysia. Yang Guru Zaha, Associate Professor Dr. Nurul Aini Muhammad, Director of the 4th International Halal Management Conference, IHMC 2023. University management, senior officers, deans, and academic members of University Science Islam Malaysia. Our main collaborators, USIN Educational and Skill Development Center, UESSP, Universitas Tanjung Pura, Untan, Kalimantan Barat, Prince of Songkla, University Fatani, Masyarakat Ekonomi Syariah, MES, Indonesia. Distinguished guests, speakers, and participants of the conference, welcome to the opening ceremony of the 4th International Halal Management Conference, IHMC 2023. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to welcome all of you to the 4th International Halal Management Conference, IHMC 2023, organized by the Faculty of Economics and Muamalat, University Science Malaysia. The theme for our conference this year is entitled Accelerating Halal Industry Towards Global Halal Economy. We appreciate that you took time from your busy schedule to join us today. This conference would not have been possible without the generous support from our esteemed collaborators and generous sponsors. We are extremely grateful for their help in making the event possible. Hope you will find this program to be full, meaningful, and indeed to receive blessing for this gathering. I would like to invite Mr. Faris to lead the Dua recitation. You are kindly invited.
من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم افتح لنا أبواب رحمتك الله يا رحمن يا رحيم. We begin the 4th International Halal Management Conference 2023 by invoking your blessing and seeking your guidance. You are the knower of the unseen, and nothing happens in this world except by your will. Oh Allah, Ya Razak, Ya Mujib, please grant us wisdom, understanding, and the ability to work together harmoniously. Help us to achieve our goals, share knowledge, and promote peace and unity. This blessing gathering make it a source of knowledge and a means of benefiting everyone. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله وسلم وصلى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Mr. Faris, for your beautiful Dua recitation. Without further ado, I would like to invite the director of the 4th International Halal Management Conference, IHMC 2023, Yang Berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Nurul Aini Muhammad, to deliver her introductory speech. Professor Associate Prof. Dr. Fuada Johari, Dean Research and Innovation Faculty of Economics, Muhammadan University Science Islam Malaysia. University Management, Senior Officers, Dean and team members of University Science Islam Malaysia, our main collaborators in education and skills development, Rabat, Universitas Tanjung Pura, dan Kalimantan Barat, Prince of Songkla, Universiti Pertani, Masyarakat Ekonomi Syariah, MES, Indonesia. Distinguished guests, speakers, and participants of the conference. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 4th International Halal Management Conference IHMC 2020. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, on behalf of the faculty, SB, and committee members, I would like to thank all presenters and participants for joining us in IHMC 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia is acknowledged as the country that produced and exported a significant amount of halal products. In 2020, Malaysia's halal export amounted to approximately Malaysia 45.9 billion. So the halal food industry until now contribute to Malaysian GDP was estimated at 8.7%. Today, as we know, this industry encompasses other various sectors, including pharmaceuticals, medical, tourism, and hospitality, fashion, and many others. As at 2021, JAKIB already issued 7,400 halal certificates. To expedite the growth of the industry, this industry consistently needs a support from Islamic banking and finance as strong ecosystem. Even with this background, one aspect that must be considered both by higher education providers and industry is the potential candidates to fulfill the possible position in the halal industry. So the questions that we need to ask or we need to discuss about what are qualities and preparation needed by industry from the graduate by higher educations. So for higher educations, this task is very heavy that we need to further discuss, elaborate on. I hope that the selected theme, as well as the topic of our forum today, will spark the discussion in the academia as well as industry. For postgraduate students who are also being part of the committee team today for IHMC 2023, as well as the presenters and participants, please use this IHMC platform to increase our knowledge and development. So I end my speech with please do the networking, please do the collaboration among us, and with that, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Doctor. To kick off this event, I would like to invite the Deputy Dean, Research and Innovation, Yang Berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Fuada Johari to deliver her welcoming speech and officiating the event.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, Miss Siti Aisyah Ahmad Zaidi. Subhanakallah al-Maladan, kita ma'alam kenaali. Glory be to you, Allah. There is no knowledge for us except what you have taught us. Indeed, you are all knowing and all wise. Ya Allah, teach us valuable knowledge. Make us beneficial with the knowledge that you have taught us. Amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Yang berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Nurul Aini Muhammad, Director of the 4th International Halal Management Conference, IHMC 2020. University Management, Senior Officer, teams and academic members who have here. Our main collaborators, Husin Education and Skills Development Center, Universitas Tanjung Pura, Universitas Kalimantan Barat, Prince of Songkla, University Patani, Masyarakat Ekonomi Syariah, MES Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Warm welcome to the National Halal Management Conference, IHMC 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and esteemed participants, it is with a great pleasure and excitement that I can extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you to the International Halal Management Conference. We are delighted to have you here today, representing a diverse area of backgrounds, experiences, expertise, and postgraduate experience in the field of halal management. This conference serves as a unique platform where minds from around the world, either through online or in-house masterclass, come together to exchange ideas, share insights, and discuss the latest developments in halal management. Our mission is to foster collaborations and innovation within this vital industry, accelerating halal industry to a global halal economy, ensuring the highest standards of halal integrity and ethical business practices. As we embark on this journey of exploration, learning, and cooperation, I encourage you to take full advantage of this unique forum conference, embrace the opportunity to connect with your peers, learn from the best, and contribute to the advancements of halal management practices. Together, we can help shape a more ethical and sustainable future for the halal industry. I also extend my most profound appreciations to our collaboration partners, Prince of Songkla University Thailand, Universitas Tanjung Pura, Pontianak Indonesia, and Masyarakat Ekonomi Syariah, MES Indonesia. Your unwavering support and dedication have played a pivotal role shaping the success of this conference. Allow me to take a moment to congratulate Yang Berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Nurul Amin Muhammad, and the entire organizing team for their exemplary efforts in ensuring the smooth execution of this conference in both online or in masterclass. Your commitment to detail and passion for knowledge exchange have made this event a reality. And we are in debt to you and your team for their hard work. Once again, I extend my heartfelt welcome to all of you. Let's make the most of this extraordinary gathering and work together to ensure the halal management continues to strive and evolve on the global scale. Thank you for being a part of the International Halal Management Conference, and may your time here be both enriching and inspiring. With the lafaz of Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I appreciate this. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Doctor, for the splendid speech and words of wisdom. Dan semula diberikan saran bumi. Ucapan kelasnya sudah dipatri membuat majlis bertambah seru. Ladies and gentlemen, for the photography session, I would like to invite everyone to switch on your camera. Your cooperation is highly appreciated. Thank you.
Belum. Makan semua. Belum.
Today, I would like to invite everyone to switch on your camera for the photography session. Your cooperation is highly appreciated. Thank you.
Descripsi. Seriously? Tak ada. Tak ada.
Okay, one more picture.
Masuk.
Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome all of you to this forum entitled Nurturing Halal Industry Future Talents. It is our privilege to have you with us today. On behalf of the faculty, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We hope you will find the program we have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. This session will be moderated by Yang Berusaha, Dr. Hanim bin Haji Misbah, Lecturer of Faculty, Economics and Muamalat. This forum will be joined by three panelists, which are Dr. Nazaria Yahya, Deputy Director of Halal Institute of Fatwa and Halal Ifak Yang Berusaha, Dr. Muhammad Fahmi, Ketua Umum Masyarakat Ekonomi Syariah, MES Kalbar, dosen FEB, Universitas Tanjung Pura. Dan Yang Berusaha, Dr. Syafie Masakria, Chief Human Resources Officer, Aeon Corporation Perhad. Now, I would like to invite the moderator, Yang Berusaha, Dr. Hanim binti Haji Misbah, Lecturer of Faculty Economics and Muamalat, FEM, to continue this session. The floor is yours. But before we begin our forum, I would like to highlight that you may leave your questions and comments in the chat session, and inshallah, our moderator and panelists will try to respond during the Q&A session. Over to you, Doctor. Dr. Hanif, over to you. Doctor.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Um, Welcome everyone to the forum on nurturing halal industry future talents. We are very honored today to have the three panelists joining us, and let us immerse ourselves in the insights of the three brilliant minds from academia and industry as they discuss the crucial topic. So to begin with, I will introduce the panelists. We have with us today Dr. Muhammad Fahmi, who is the Ketua Umum Masyarakat Ekonomi Syariah or MES Kalimantan Barat. He is also a docent, or in here the dean, in Accountancy Faculty Ekonomi dan Business (FEB) Universitas Tanjung Pura, Kuantan, Indonesia. And we are glad also to have with us Dr. Kasuma Satria. He is the Chief Human Resources Officer and Corporate Communication Director, Aeon Corporation Malaysia Berhad from the year 2020 to present. A little bit on his background. He has his DBA from Multimedia University Malaysia 2018, and his MBA, he acquired his MBA from Huddersfield University UK. I think 2020 something. We're missing another figure, another year here. And last but not least, we have with us Dr. Nazaria Yahya. She is the Deputy Director Fatwa of Institute Fatwa and Halal, IFAH and she's also lecturer of a Faculty of Science and Technology, University Science Islam Malaysia. So let us welcome all the panelists to the session.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Hanim.
Waalaikumsalam.
We didn't hear any voice from panel.
Okay, I did some introduction just now. Did you get to hear it, or I have to redo?
Yes, we can hear that.
Oh, okay. So, is all the panelists are around? Okay. All right. So, without further ado, let us Okay, without further ado, I have the first question that I'm going to ask is to Dr. Nazaria. Could you tell us about the role of educational institution in shaping the future of the halal industry in Malaysia?
Assalamualaikum. Thank you, Dr. Hanim. And thank you also to Dr. Kasuma and also Dr. Fahmi as a panelist for this forum today. So I am Nazaria from Institute Fatwa and Halal. So to answer the question from Dr. Hanim, so what is the role of the educational institution in shaping the future of halal industry in Malaysia? So actually in Malaysia, actually, we have a few institutions that involved in halal. So we have one consortium under KPT, Malaysian Educational Higher Education. We have IFA, one of USIM, Institute Fatwa and Halal under USIM, and then we also have INHAD, which is International Institute of Halal Research and Training. And we have Halal Product Research Institute from UPM, and we have also University Malaya, which have Halal Research Center. So all these four institutions are under one umbrella. We call that KIHIM, which is Consortium Halal Institute Consortium. So they are established by Malaysia Higher Education last for 5 years ago. So now we start to have a more discussion about how we want to develop halal in Malaysia, how we want to synergize the halal in Malaysia. So that means we assume or we hope we can get support from both ministry like JAKIM and also Malaysia Higher Education to support us in the research or also in the training of involve the halal. So the other thing is there is one part of the role of educational institution to develop halal in Malaysia. So the second one is about we have around 35 halal training provider in Malaysia that are also in one umbrella. We call that Malaysia Federation of Halal Training Provider. So all these they are in this consortium, in this federation, we have around 35 halal trainer provider, and so we can voice out our concern about halal and about the issue related to JAKIM in this federation. So we can bring one voice to raise any issue related to halal in Malaysia. So in this around 35 halal trainer provider in Malaysia, we have all the institutions under MOHE in this halal trainer provider as a halal trainer provider under this federation also. So they are from Sabah, also include in this federation. So there are different between KIHIM and also trainer provider in Malaysia. So KIHIM mostly focus on the research in halal, but for halal trainer provider, they are more about training the halal talent in Malaysia. So we are synergize each other. We have a same module. We use same module. We have we need to set the rules together. We can share the trainer also between each other, between the provider. So that is the second part of the first question from Dr. Hanim. So the other thing is about the halal talent. When we're talking about halal talent, we have a few like authorities like JAKIM. So that in JAKIM also they have halal talent. So there are That means they need to do enforcement, but they need to nurture the halal talent from there. So the halal talent must be come from the university or the higher education. So then we also have halal executive. So that means there is a requirement to get the halal certification from JAKIM for multinational company. So the function of the higher education or educational institute of educational. So we need to provide the training for them. So one of the halal training provider also we can do the training also for that halal executive. And then for the IKS or SME company or small manufacturing company, so they are required Muslim halal supervisor. So not the halal executive itself, but they need a halal supervisor. So there are also in the halal talent we also need the slaughtered man. So there are, I think the function of the uh, higher education also to train the how to be a slaughtered man, to be if they want to involve in that industry. So then for USIM itself, University of Science Islam Malaysia, we have a few Sharia and science expert. So then, so we can provide the Sharia background for halal expert for halal talent in Malaysia. So I think the halal mostly related to fatwa or also Sharia. So it's not just halal science, but they also have a Sharia, they need Sharia expert. So in USIM, we have Sharia expert and also science expert that we work together and to build the halal talent, to consult the halal, to be a good halal talent to the industry. And then I think in halal also we have the part in JAKIM to apply the halal certification. They need jurus sertu, which is a cleansing. So that I think that is a very good professional to be included as a halal talent and as a part of the halal certification process. Okay, so I think the roles of the higher education, we call that we are mostly involved in the research and also publication. So I think the roles of the all the researcher, all the educational people or lecturer, they have to be published a lot book related to halal. So then that means in USIM we have a few book related to halal. So that I think that is to be as a knowledge agent to the industry, to have more about knowledge about halal itself. Okay, and then as a researcher or as a lecturer, we also involved in the innovation technique. Then we develop a lot of the innovation game like global halal game that we can educate a student at the primary school to learn about halal and also to understand more about the halal certification process in Malaysia. Other than that, we have a lot of the program related to the primary and secondary school. We have to go to the primary and secondary school to give halal awareness or educate the school student about what is halal. So I think the role of the higher education or institute of the education, so they have to tackle all the aspect of the halal, not just halal certification process, not about the manufacturing only, but we can have about the fatwa, the Sharia part, about the game, we have to tackle the primary student and also secondary student, then we can nurture them at the early education system, not just in the higher education system. So that's it for me, Dr. Hanim.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nazaria. Going back to what you said just now, I can see that the roles of educational institutions is on top of preparing the industry or equipping the industry with halal science and halal sharia experts. University are also should be. Educational institutions should be helping creating halal awareness and whatnot I think this is very interesting points where I would like to go and ask Dr. Kas on his opinion. What do you think about the industry's role as well in shaping the future of halal industry in Malaysia? Yes, after you, Dr. Kas.
Terima kasih Dr. Hanim and terima kasih Dr. Nazaria. I think in the industry and education institution kan and also the talent we cannot live without. We are all in the same ecosystem kan. Macam orang kata we cannot live without, berpisah tu tiada lah. And collaboration is very key, very important, and I think collaboration between the industry and education institution needs to be upfront. And I think we cannot work in silos, and what we need to do is basically continue the good effort that has been done to date. And for that, I wanted to applaud all the work done by institution in the past, and I'm sure basically this will continue going stronger in the future, and perhaps hopefully after this it can even basically grow across border boundaries kan. Now we have Indonesia and Thailand and Singapore and Brunei, I think together to basically fight for halal is basically a noble cause, and together we can basically go stronger and do it faster. And I think education institution is not just about regulation, it's not just about the SOP or certification, but the support program, the best practice sharing, the mentoring session, all very important and very key. And I think this we can basically further strengthen between both practitioner and also academicians.
Yeah, agree with that. And what about Dr. Fahmi? What are the key challenges in nurturing talent for the halal industry in Indonesia, Doctor?
Okay, thank you. Maybe in Indonesia we have firstly the low number of small medium enterprise that are halal certificate micro small and medium enterprise are the largest economic sector in Indonesia. They play a role about 99%. So institution of education are really important for us for collaboration with the industries, especially for the small medium enterprise. I think like that. And then second one, competition halal industry in the world. Currently development of halal industry quite rapid in non-Muslim majority countries such as Thailand, Russia, Mexico, and Japan, and others. And in this, I think need collaboration with the research in academics. So that there are still few human resources who understand halal. This is important for us for improve the development of halal. Maybe I can share PowerPoint, a little PowerPoint just for the make Indonesian development halal industry. Maybe just a moment I can share it. Okay. Okay. Can say it?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe like this, millennial and halal industry in Indonesia. I take a title like this one. And economic development and Sharia finance in Indonesia, we can divide into four industry halal, industry finance, Sharia finance, and social fund Sharia, and develop of business in Sharia. And after that, the condition of Indonesian integrated halal ecosystem. There is one government policy with institution, with partner and supporters like me as a MES, Masyarakat Komite Syariah. And it is we have services, education, training, literasi. So of course, this is support for production, infrastructure, and media recreation too. This is condition of small medium enterprise, and we need to support them with the research from the university. Like this one suffices halal logistic in Indonesia. We have experience like this, and Syariah financial industry and real sector. Yeah, Indonesia full support, the government full support of financial of Syariah for backup sector real. Education training, maybe in my university especially. And then masyarakat ekonomi syariah, syariah economy community in West Kalimantan, like this is activity. And then the production, all the sector. Indonesian Halal Industry Zone, it is about the infrastructure-nya. This is the other sector media, recreation media, tourism, model, fashion, cosmetic, and pharmacy. And this is a creative industry. You can create it. Yeah. I think like that. Indonesian try to improve the halal industry. This is a projection of urban middle class millennial population in Indonesia in 2020. We have about this is data 2020. Maybe we can update it. We have 35 billion people that have three acculturation from the urban, middle class, and millennial. We have about 35 to 2020. Nah, and
Doktor, jadi secara kalau kita boleh macam pick up the challenges in nurturing talent in halal industry in Indonesia, for example, what is still lacking, or specifically in the Indonesian market? What are the challenges?
I think the challenges, especially for the certification, I think the human resources. Certification, human resources, and I think like the improve the quality of product halal in Indonesia. I think like that.
I see. Can you elaborate more when you said about certification? What is the specific, like? Is it costly or what?
I think it is about the information. Especially, we have a 99% small medium enterprise, so they are not really know about the certification of halal. So we try to first backup them for the get the certification of halal. We try to make and collaboration with the academics. Like that.
I see. So academic plays role. What kind of role the academic plays in terms of assisting the industry, specifically in helping the certifying bodies?
Sometimes we collaborate with the small medium enterprise to university, bring to the industry, the middle and the big industry, for synchronize with their like for example, we create the value added from UMKM product, and then the middle or the big industry try to give some method for them how to make it a good halal for their product like this. For example.
I see. Okay. So the educational institution plays their role in helping the SMEs in Indonesia. That's what you're trying to say, right? Okay, I have another questions for Dr. Nazaria. This is actually going back to the universities and in institutions in terms of how can university and institution uh, kind of be better in preparing students for careers in the halal industry? How can we do better?
I think it's related to the course curriculum in our university. So how we want to design the curriculum based on the industry base. So I think in USIM itself, we have like a few faculty that offer the curriculum that based on halal. So we have, for example, we have food biotechnology that one of the course in the program teach about halal and nutrition. So I think about halal, when we're talking about halal, it's more it's related to food also, and then it's mostly about we cover in food biotechnology, we cover all about aspect in food. For example, GMP, good manufacturing practice, about the Food Act and also food safety and regulation. So there are a course in the food. So that means when we talk, we will teach about the food, and then they can relate about halal also. So that means the student must understand about the fatwa also, about the food in the science perspective and also in a fatwa perspective. So then in USIM also we have a faculty Syariah and Undang-Undang, Syariah and Law, so that offer the subject about the Syariah in industry, halal, in halal industry. So that means there are most to about the halal management system in Malaysia. There are, and the part of that they can have about the fatwa, they learn about fatwa and also the management system in halal. So I think there are one of the what USIM is, which is integration of akli and akli, that integrate of the knowledge, the akli knowledge, and also in the fatwa perspective. And then we have also faculty of economy and muamalat. I think that mostly to Dr. Hanim faculties, and they are offer the master program in the halal product. So I think it's more to the management, halal management, right? Yeah, and then so there are also about halal tourism they offer at FFM, and there are a lot of research that do that in the halal tourism. So that is a course related curriculum that we design in university that fulfill the need of the industry. And then we have, I think, IFAH itself, we have as the halal coordinator in USAID. And then we also train, we do a lot of training. We do a lot of training related to halal. So one of the example that we have a halal awareness that is from JAKIM course, and then we have a professional halal executive program, also certified by JAKIM, and then we have halal competency training that is also required from the JAKIM to get halal certification. And then we also make our own program, our own training that related to halal, like SERTU course, SERTU, we have SERTU course for the basic training, basic people, or also in the professional training, professional SERTU. Okay, and then so one of the part to get halal, they need to be a SERTU process. So we provide the training there about the SERTU. And then we just complete the one of the training last month about syariat pengajian Islam for halal for halal industry. So there is a lot of the industry come to us to attend the training. So I think so I also attend the training itself. I think because I'm in a science background, so then the course mostly related to the pengajian Islam, that means Islamic education, about how the fatwa to be come out, how we macam mana nak keluarkan fatwa tu lah itself. Okay, about the fatwa, what is the institution that related to fatwa, what is usul fiqh, what is kaedah usul fiqh. That, I mean, although I have a background in Islamic study during my secondary school only, but I don't have very strong knowledge about the Islamic education systematically. So I think that is a good course that as a scientist or as science background. So you will also need to learn about the fatwa yang involved in the halal. And then in Muslim, we have also about competency test and also a lot of training that mean mostly related to food, also related to halal science, how to do certification, how to, do the authentication of the food product, either there are adulteration that is occur, the adulteration or not. So we need to train a scientist about the halal process, about how to do the training in the field of the laboratory itself. So in IFA we have we have a lab that ISO, so we can we train the analyst halal analyst to do the authentication of the product, either cosmetic or any other consumer product. So then beside that, we also if we provide the training, so we have need a trainer also. So our trainer must have a lot around us. We have a professor, or we have associate professor that in a various background. They are from Sharia, they are from food biotech, they are food science, they are for also chemists. And we also have muamalat people, the economic people as a trainer that need to understand how the management system for halal. And we also have around the Sharia and law about the halal audit and also halal talent, how they nurture the halal talent in system, in Malaysia system. Okay, so I think I answered the question.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like what you're saying was the curriculum, the training programs, the trainers. You see, so universities are preparing all this to kind of, help students and prepare them for careers in the halal industry, right? So I would like to link this to Dr. Kasuma. Maybe you would like to add points on this from the industry point of view.
Thank you, Dr. Hanim. I think before that, I would like to basically show a video about ION, just to basically show who we are so that the audience understand who are we and what we do. Can we share the video?
At ION, we do our best to ensure that everything our customers enjoy is up to standard. So, we're happy to answer questions like, is this tasty? Is this clean? Is this fresh? Is this halal? Yes, let's have a look. At ION, all ION food products, especially the meat, is prepared and cooked carefully according to halal procedures. We maintain the cleanliness of the equipment we use, so that at every stage of preparation and cooking, we adhere to strict hygiene standards. We prepare food regularly and ensure that they are stored properly to maintain freshness. At the ION Food Processing Center, staff wear the proper uniform as per standard hygiene procedures. To remove contaminants, they walk through a disinfected air shower. Then they'll wash their hands before putting on gloves. Staff proceed with their tasks, which vary according to food product, from the initial processing, whether through machinery or even through manual means, right until the final preparations. During delivery, our vehicles are kept at a controlled temperature, so all food arrive at their destinations fresh. As you can see, whether our food is prepared at ION Food Processing Center or in-store at ION, much care and attention goes into ensuring the freshness, taste, and quality of the food we serve. And most importantly, we ensure that we adhere to halal standards, so everyone can enjoy our food with peace of mind.
ION, enriching your lifestyle.
I think on the question, how the university institution can prepare the students for career in the halal industry better and faster. think one of it is basically to, of course, expose the student to the real life of the industry, meaning that they need to basically be exposed to the reality, what to expect, what are the issues in the related industries, for example, manufacturing, F&B, and also retail. Because one thing about what the institution has been preparing them, which is very good to prepare them mentally with regards to what they can basically, what they need to know. But in the industry, it's not just about the knowledge. It's not just about the skill. For example, in Eon, we basically have a principle of what we call 3H: head, hand, and also the heart. In the sense that when they basically graduate, they have this knowledge, these skills. But having the knowledge and skills, if they cannot do, which is represented by the hand, is for us is useless, because it needs to go hand in hand. It needs to be a balance, the knowledge that they have, and the Japanese word that we use for hand is genba. Genba meaning hands-on. So the knowledge must translate in the ability to execute, the ability to do. So cannot just basically talk but cannot deliver. So the 3H means that they must have the head, which basically they are being prepared for to the world. The hand, genba, the execution part, the ability to do it, to execute what they know. And the third H is the heart. So the head, the hand, and so the heart. Because we need people who work with the heart. So when they are in the industry, it's not just a job. Yes, it is a job, but it's not just limited to a job. It's more than that, in the sense that when we work with people, and we have a responsibility to deliver halal. And for us, it's not just a job, it's a tanggungjawab, it's a responsibility that we need to do. And for us, basically, this role, this job is very noble. It can be also ibadah, because of course everybody knows that ibadah is not just solat and puasa, kan? And with the niat and betul, with the right amalan, the work that we do on a daily basis can be ibadah. So I think we need to basically prepare the student for that. The connection, the balancing of the act between the head, the hand, and also the heart. Very, very critical, very, very important. Because we do not want people who basically work soulless. So very key. And I think if we can basically prepare that early at the university, it will be marvelous.
So thank you, Dr. Kas. So it looks like from the industrial point of view, it's the balancing of the 3H, the heart, the hand, and also, what's the other one? The 3H, right?
Yeah, the head, the hand, and also the heart.
Oh, head, hand, and heart. Oh, I just add one more on my own just now. All right. So thank you, Dr. Kas. I would like to extend the question to Dr. Fahmi on how can MES contribute to the development of future talent in the halal industry.
Okay. MES try to divide to three of pillar: consumption pillar, and then trade pillar, and investment pillar. So encourage trust and reliable certificate standard. Ensure integrating halal funding and financing into the halal ecosystem. We try to push it. And trade pillar, exploiting the trade potential of halal product both in Muslim and non-Muslim countries. And then investment pillar, helping the private sector by simplifying the business licensing process and assisting small and medium enterprise in promoting halal product. In a condition of field like a small medium enterprise, we provide assistance from both the campus, university and MES, by involving certified assistant for SME. Then we collaborate with modern retail such as Indomaret, Alfamart, in West Kalimantan, especially maybe Aeon and Jakarta, such as Indomaret, to receive small medium product that have been given halal assistance. That's for the example.
When you said about halal assistant, what do you mean by halal assistant?
Yeah, for get a certificate of halal. Yeah,
Oh,
for
I see. For
yeah.
getting the certification, I see. All right. And then yeah. Well, thank you, Dr. Fabi. I have one last question to Dr. Nazira on you talk about yeah, we were talking about what are the specific curriculums and how we prepare our students for the market. And we touch about little bit on the research, you see. So what are the research and some research and development initiatives that was undertaken by USIM to support the growth of the halal industry talent pool?
Right. Thank you, Dr. Tanya. I think for the research part, in USIM itself, we have a few grant or a few researchers that work on the grant that involved in halal. So, for example, we have halal that grant that related to consumer product. We have cosmetic product that is for the mostly about the halal authentication, about the science part, how to determine the product either they are halal, they have adulteration or not. So that is mostly related to halal science. So that is part of we category as a halal science part for halal authentication. And then we have also have a fatwa halal that related to fatwa, what is halal, what is fatwa, and then they are mostly related to the food product. So, and then mostly about halal and fatwa. So, for example, I have a research on the one of the pharmaceutical product that are using the DNA technology part. So that means in standard, Malaysia standard, we have a regulation that we cannot do, the product must not contain any animals derivative. But at the technology, DNA technology, recombinant, we call that, at the end product, there is no adulterate, there are no existing of the animals material. For example, we take a vaccine. So the vaccine is come from the DNA technology development, technology, DNA recombinant technology. So that means to develop the vaccine, we some method use the animals product, animal cells. So so in the fatwa perspective, or we have to study what is the fatwa that related to the recombinant technology. So then either they are halal or not halal, or maybe maybe it's halal in Malaysia and not halal in Malaysia, but maybe halal in Indonesia. So there are different fatwa between country also. So but so that is one kind of the research that we study in USIM here. I mean the combination of the technology, science technology, and also fatwa. The other project is about the technology, and we call the aptamer technology, or something that Pfizer use, that is synthetic DNA. Either they can be halal or not halal to produce a vaccine. So there is kind of example in halal science and how we integrate between fatwa and halal science together to study, to do the research. And then there is also about the food and beverage, mostly about we do the study on mostly about the lard, about the slaughtered chicken or not slaughtered chicken, how to differentiate that. So then some of the researcher also design the biosensor to determine either there are either the chicken is slaughtered or not slaughtered. So we based on the knowledge, based on the fatwa of halal, but based on the fatwa related to slaughtering process, so then we design the biosensor, or we have to do the technology, we develop some technology to differentiate between salted chicken or non salted chicken. The other part is about the lard, the contamination of food with the lard or soap, even cosmetic that contain lard, how we want to do halal authentication. So then we create the database on that profile, and then so then when we do the authentication, so we have already the biomarker to determine either there are lard or not lard in the food. So the challenging about the lard, because they are contain the fatty acid that most similar among the animals. The challenge is how to find the specific biological marker that's very precise to the lard. So that is a challenging in the halal authentication process. So I think that is still open for the research to do that actually. there are still ongoing research how you want to determine the raw lard and the lard after we process that turn to the food product because they have halal processing technique there, and I mean the high processing technique is that they can change the properties of the chemical itself. So mostly that is mostly because I am science background, so I am talking about the science research. But there are a lot of research also related to the social science, which also about the halal tourism. That means about halal tourism, I cannot talk a lot about the halal tourism because it's not my expertise. But there is a researcher in USIM itself do the halal tourism about how to make a guideline to make halal Muslim tourism, Muslim friendly tourism. Okay, and then we also have halal management, the system, the research a lot do in the halal management system to develop the effective system to do the halal certification or halal audit itself. And then we have study on the medical device and also sertu about the slaughtering, fatwa related to slaughtering, and the halal talent, how you want to develop the halal talent in Malaysia. So, so when we talking about halal, we also have mostly about the halal animals, and then I think it's also we can back up with the alternative ingredient like food. I mean from plant source. So if you use the food coloring, either they are from the from the animals or something like meragukan or subah, so we can turn into the animals food properties like plant-based protein like animals. I think in the research part there is a lot about the technology itself. For example, we are now in the technology. There are latest technology about the cultured meat. So how you want to get halal cultured meat? We're not talking about it yet, right? So there are Western countries also already developed the cultured meat. But how about halal? How we want either we want to leave the technology itself behind, or we want to go around with we want to go with the technology also. But how we want to create the halal cultured meat? So that is a challenge I think among the scientists to do the research on the halal. And then the other part is about the 3D printer. So now we can produce food using 3D printer. So how to get halal from that 3D printer? You want to print the meat from the 3D printer. So what is the guideline to that? Actually, what is related to the 3D printer technology? So also we have also the like I said, that insect protein also will be in market soon. So what is the fatwa related to insect protein? So that I think there are some of the science halal related to halal science and what is fatwa related to that. I think the halal science and the fatwa must be aligned together to do research. Yeah.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
part.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Nazira. So, halal science and fatwa should go in parallel, see, to support the growth of halal industry talent. I would like to ask Dr. Fahmi on what Dr. Nazira mentions, the research that been done in the in USIM that might help, supporting the growth of halal industry talent pool. Can you share with us some successful initiatives or programs that have helped develop talent in the halal industry in Indonesia itself?
Yeah, like I say before, we provide, for example, provide assistance from both with campus, university, and masyarakat ekonomi syariah by involving for assistant certified of halal for SME. And we collaborate with the modern retail such as Indomaret, Alfamart, like I said, to receive small medium enterprise product have been given halal assistance. And then with other hand, we try to collaborate with government for make a regulation for middle and big industry business. I mean, for prepare for space for small medium enterprise like and the retail store. I think like that for example our activity.
I see. So you talk about halal assistance, and you talk about the regulation just now. So are you preparing? Are you helping in preparing the regulations, or it is helping them understanding the regulations for the middle and big company just now?
Yeah, we do just give some information to the government for make for create regulation, especially for. Sorry, this is I'm always talking about the SME because in Indonesia we have 99 SME that need for the condition of halal in halal industry. So I think we support government for create the regulation for small medium enterprise that we have the night class. I mean night class is going to the small to be middle and others. So this is important for us in Indonesia. In the future, make it a talent of halal is to be grown like that.
I see. So, if you know how many, what are the pool, what are the kind of size of the pool talent that you have in Indonesia? Because obviously it's different from Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
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 If you have the figure.
Yeah, I think Indonesia very big of small medium enterprise. In West Kalimantan, for the example, we have a 17,000 small medium enterprise, and they maybe it's only the 2020 have a certificate of halal in product. But this is for 80%. We need the push for them for create halal certificate like that.
Oh, I see. So I believe that, yeah, everywhere we don't have enough
Yeah.
of talent to kind of assist, right?
Yeah.
So if we can do some simple calculation, like it is if it's 17,000, and then times 20%, so
Yeah.
the remaining 80% is still a big chunk.
Yeah.
Still a big chunk, right? Okay, thank you, Dr. Fahmi. I have a question to Dr. Kas. If you would like to add more, because just now you mentioned about the 3H, that kind of the principle that is adopted by Aeon. If I can touch a little bit on the corporate perspective, what are the skills and qualifications that you are looking when you're hiring talent for the halal industry?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hanif. I see. Eon uphold our halal policy, which is to serve safe and halal ready to eat food. And priority is focusing on hiring food science background candidates or graduate with food tech, food science, food service background. We also hired halal executive or those with QC experience from the industry, mainly from the food industry. For Eon, the recruitment came from internship program and also our graduates channel. Today, we have more than 100 food safety, hygiene, and halal officers in all the AEON companies in Malaysia. For retail, we have two companies mainly. One is AEON Co, which is a public listed company. The other one is AEON Big. AEON Big is the former Carrefour store that AEON took over. Even until today, we have still a lot of vacancies that we need to fill, and I think we basically appreciate good talent for halal, for food safety, for hygiene, for QC, for halal to come in. Because when they come in, they are like hot cakes, which is very, very key, very, very important. And in all, for example, like each outlet that we have, each store that we have, we need 2 to 3 safety, hygiene, and halal officer. So,
How many stores do you have throughout Malaysia?
If for example, like AEON Co, we have 34 big mall and supermarkets. For AEON Big, we have 21. We also have 9 Max Value, which is the premium supermarkets. And we continue to grow. We continue to open stores. So because of that, we would need basically talent. And of course, when we basically hire them, we have to backfill because the continuation of building the talent pipeline, and they don't remain static. When they join AEON, they basically grow according to the ladder. For internship program, for example, I just wanted to share that we have MOU with University Malaysia Sabah from the food safety faculty. And we also take intern from USIM and other university. In the past, we basically took more than 40 USIM intern, and they are now basically working with AEON. We start by providing a comprehensive 4 months internship program for food safety, hygiene, and halal, which all involve assignment, tests, project paper, assessment, and upon graduation, the internship program, we would hire them as our supervisor and place them at all the stores as mentioned. For our graduate program, we engage with Unipack UKM because they are the listed recognized trainer provided by JAKIM, and the graduates certified halal executive program, which has comprehensive modules covering both food safety, halal, and training. The trainees are being prepared for the food industry, F&B, and also Unipack basically allow us to hire the candidates. And basically, we every time they open the list to us, we look forward to having them. I have actually a video on our food safety and halal officers I would like to share.
Assalamualaikum, selamat petang. So nama saya Nurul Afika binti Man Hamsan sebagai Food Safety and Hygiene Officer di AEON Permas Jaya.
Dan saya Muhammad Nur Ahmad Namin bin Muhammad Ayub sebagai Food Safety and Hygiene Officer di AEON Taman UK, dan kami berdua merupakan graduan Universiti Sains Indonesia USIM pada tahun 2019 lah.
Okey, perjalanan kerjaya kami bermula sebagai internship pada tahun 2019, awal tahun 2019. Saya di AEON Bukit Indah
dan saya di AEON Deborah City lah. So kita orang internship selama lebih kurang 4 bulan lebih, dan kita orang diserap masuk ke AEON sebagai Food Safety Hygiene Supervisor pada 1 Julai 2019. Pada tahun 2022 bulan Februari kami dinaikkan pangkat ke Food Safety Hygiene Officer lah. Saya di Taman Universiti dan Afika di AEON Permas Jaya lah. Selain daripada itu, saya juga merupakan salah seorang trainer untuk food handler training course lah, yang kita provide untuk semua staff food line di AEON Co lah, AEON Co dan AEON Big.
Dan additional pula, salah satunya kami diberi peluang untuk menyertai kursus halal eksekutif, dan kami berdua juga adalah certified halal eksekutif.
Okay, thank you. So the video is basically on Atikah dan juga Amnan, both from USIP and both husband and wife. So both dah halal lah.
Oh, halal lah. Okay.
Halal Thaiban.
halal Thaiban, yes.
So if I basically can can add the career path for them in Eon basically when they came in, just like what they mentioned just now. Amnan mentioned that when they join as intern, and after that they move into supervisor, and after that, of course, officer, and from officer they move into line leader. And from line leader, they basically would move to the store leadership, ataupun they can basically move into HQ to work in QM department, ataupun basically as our auditor QA QC lah. So that's basically
I
in
see.
terms of the career path that they have with Eon.
I see. Dr. Kas, saya nak sambung sikit. You know, this time around, where we have the younger generations who are more prone into looking for a job that satisfy their needs as opposed to kind of fit into an organization. So we tend to see a very high turnaround, you know, because you kind of, I mean, the younger generations in general, I would say they have the tendency to hop on and hop off from one, I mean, workplace to another. From your perspective or Aeon's perspective, what are the strategies that Aeon implemented to first to nurture and second to retain talent in halal industry? Yeah, obviously they are, I mean, hot stuff.
Yeah. Yes, correct. Hotcakes. But of course, our aim is to basically develop a competent food safety, hygiene, and halal officer. Kan? Basically, for Eon, we have a halal certificate from JAKIM. And also we have food safety certificate, which is basically HACCP from SGS. So these are the two. And in the 10 years ago, 2013, we started our intern program via the Eon Sustainability Supplier Development Program, which is the Eon SSDP 2013, which is a food supplier development program. And of course, the objective is basically to get them certified in food safety with HACCP, ISO 22000, and FSSC 22000. This program is in collaboration with United Nations Industry Development Program, a global food safety initiative. And from here, we develop our internal program. As mentioned, our internal internship, basically, the duration is about 4 months plus. Previously, it was longer. It was 6 months before the pandemic. Now we shorten it, make it more comprehensive, and it's now basically 4 months for them to basically graduate, which involve again assignment, test, project paper, assessment, and after that we of course hire them. But in Eon, as in any other places, the learning never stops. For us, basically, we hold halal executive training, and also we send basically them for food handler training certification. So we have basically both internal and external program. For Eon especially, we have our quality management department, QM. And basically, QM, food safety, hygiene, and halal team basically work closely, and they collaborate closely, not just with basically Eon Malaysia, but also, of course, also Eon ASEAN and Eon Japan. One thing that we need to basically note that Eon is a company from Japan, more than 270 years old. So it's a very old company, but the name, of course, changed because that's basically the nature of a Japanese company. We started with the name of Okadaya, then to Jasco. I think everybody remember Jasco again. And
Yes.
we changed our name to Eon in 2001. And the reason why Eon changed the name in 2001 because we use a Greek name called Eon, which means eternity. Means Eon wants to continue on for eternity lah. That's basically the hope and the prayer. And this is common for Japanese company. For example, kalau you ingat, basically we have brands like last time Datsun, kan? Car, Datsun, now changed to Nissan. And you have brands like National, now changed to Panasonic. So that's basically the nature of Japanese company, which basically they always want to reinvent, refresh themselves. And the agility too basically inspires us. And of course, for us especially, Eon agility too is becoming our Eon DNA, which is to innovate, to change, continue changing, align with the basic principle of peace, people, planet, and we wanted to basically be close to the customers and community all over. So Eon, basically we are in 17 countries, which includes Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and other countries. So we are basically happy to be part of that, because our Eon talent, including QM department, including food safety, hygiene, and halal officer, basically work collaboratively with their counterparts from other country. We basically do cross audit, and we do competition for food hygiene and safety, and we make it fun, and that's something that I think we are proud of, and we will continue going forward. Our food safety, hygiene, and halal talents, they in the end they report to the quality management department headed by Stephanie, of course. She's in this Zoom meeting as well. And we have a QM department in HQ that manage total company halal matters, which includes resources, system, tool, license, certification, audit, investigation, stakeholder management, capability building, training, and of course, government matters. And they all reports to the company management, and they provide reports also to Japan, and we work with the store leadership to make sure that everything is in order. I'm happy to note that halal talents basically are reviewed together as part of the overall Eon talent pipeline, involving people review, which basically look at the potential and performance, and the development, identification, talent pipeline, and determination, succession planning, and then at the end connects to training, rewards, and also recognition. As I said, the halal talent, they are hotcakes in the sense that when we brought them in, we continue to basically give them trainings, and they get certification, they become trainer, they move up into the career ladder. After a while, we have to backfill, because this talent basically move to become store management, also move to HQ, move in QM department, and also other ASEAN countries.
Yeah, so do you get staff pinching problem? Like, companies pinching, yeah. How often is that?
It happens all the time for all of Eon talent, not just basically halal. I think Eon is a training center for the country, and I think that is something positive. But of course, we basically because we have people review, we have talent pipeline, we basically challenge and develop them. We would like to retain everybody, but we also basically have this phrase in Eon called sayap bagimu. Meaning that we want them to be successful regardless, and we are happy they are successful anywhere and everywhere, because some of them basically venture out to be on their own, to do training, to become trainers. Some of them basically join competitors and other industries. Some basically goes abroad, and we are happy that basically they continue to be successful, and we pray for them.
Yeah. You have data on how many Aeon staff that, when they grew up the ladder and then kind of maybe venture into overseas market, like going to Dubai or any other places?
Offhand, I don't have that data.
Oh yeah, but you know that they kind of get offer to work overseas.
Yes, from time to time, basically we have that, not just basically halal talent, but also basically talent in Eon as a whole. Because as I say, we are hotcakes, and Eon in Malaysia is the reference. Because one thing is that maybe because we are a Japanese company, and Japanese company have that trust and recognition among other industry in Malaysia, meaning that when they know that when they basically have Eon people, these people are very disciplined, these people are very hardworking, they basically have the balance 3H, the head, the hand, and also the heart. Because we have seen a lot of our companies, basically a lot of professional, a lot of smart people who have the brain, but sometimes when they work with big corporates, they cannot execute themselves. They are not hands-on. They can just basically dictate. They are more bossy than the Eon people. Eon people are very hands-on, and one of the Eon DNA, we always need to stay humble regardless, because we deal with people, we deal with the customers all the time. The Eon DNA teaches us to be humble. So the 3H, the balance in 3H is basically very key for us. And that is basically our recipe for success. And I can say that 3H seems easy and simple, but to some people, we find out that it's very difficult for them to execute and do. So yeah, so because of that, we are proud of the 3H.
Okay, right, Doctor, you mentioned about Aeon started from just school, and then you adopted new branding, what we call adopting the Greek name. And you mentioned also that Aeon is sort of Malaysian training center. So how can these so-called entity private sector collaborate with the education institution to ensure the availability of skilled halal industry professionals?
Yes, and for industry, for Aeon, we are always willing to collaborate because we believe that alone we can just basically go to a certain extent. We can go fast if we want to go alone. We can go to certain extent where we want to go alone. But when we go together, you can go very, very far. Now that we know Pak Fahmi, that we can go to Indonesia. Yeah, Pak. Yeah. And of course, for us, the industry, the important thing is basically to ensure curriculum is in line with industry requirement and needs. And I think reality check is very, very important and key. And maintaining the close collaboration that we have today with institutions like USIM, like UMS, like UNIPAC, UKM, will continue. Even basically, we have a very close working relationship with JAKIM. Even some of our suppliers basically come to see us. But for example, there's this restaurant called Din Dai Fong from Singapore, came to Aeon and say that, Aeon, can you basically help us to get our halal certificate? They are new to Malaysia. They wanted to basically come up with their halal branch, halal brand, halal restaurant. They need support and mentoring and coaching. So we basically support them. So working with the partners is one thing, but working with the institution is something that we really love doing. And I think institution can continue to have the industry expert panel review, discussion forum between academician and industry practitioner, having industry expert to give talk to university students. For example, that what we are doing today, having student project which is related to industry issues, real issues, problems, and also challenges. And of course, internship is a good way to expose students, university students, to the real halal industry player, especially in manufacturing, F&B, and also retail. And we believe that students should be exposed to the real roles of halal executive in companies, and we combine with responsibility for food safety and hygiene. So it's not just halal, but halal combination with food safety and hygiene, so that the student would have skills and knowledge rounded one, both in totality. And I think institution can prepare, for example, the graduates or halal talent early also, because they can basically obtain the HPB halal certification before graduating, approved by JAKIM. The training provider, of course, basically approved by JAKIM, and it's important because having the certified certification as HDP Halal Professional Board, from the Halal Professional Board, would basically enable them to jumpstart, to fast track, to develop even faster.
Okay. So I would like to pick up on something that you mentioned just now, that we know industry needs to collaborate with university, but you mentioned about the research project that has to be related to industry as well. Do you have any kind of maybe some maybe ideas on what are the thing or research area that is very, very much related to the industry? I think maybe we, as a USIM, we can pick up, and Dr. Fahmi from Indonesia also can pick up on this, because researchers, we have kind of a very high drive into studying what we think that we like and also, but we have also to match it with the industry needs as well. If you have any suggestions, Dr. Kas.
Okay, from us, one of the things that we are doing now is we're coming up with private brand, Top Value, and we are producing our own halal product. So we're not just taking it from the market, from the suppliers and partners. We are producing our own halal product, halal brand under the Top Value brand, and this one is basically go across the SKU and products, and many variety. And a lot of it is basically are local products and local taste. And we are bringing this not just in country in Malaysia, but also to ASEAN and the world. And every year, for example, Eon would basically send our products, our team to Japan to basically participate in Halal Week in Eon Japan. We work hand in hand with Ministry of Domestic Trade and MIDA, and we showcase Malaysia Halal. And we don't just basically go alone, we basically brought partners as well. So I think some of the work that can we basically do together with the institution, for example, with the student as well, will be to demonstrate not just basically the product and the company, the suppliers, but also the project, the studies work done by students, project paper related to halal. And basically we bring it not just in Malaysia, but to Japan and the world. Eon Foundation, for example, every year without fail for the last 10 years has been sending Malaysian students. At the moment, we basically send secondary Malaysian students to Japan for 1 week to participate in sustainability team related workshop, and they are together in Japan with all the participants from other Eon companies like Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, from Japan itself, from China, from Hong Kong. So they participate in discussion and projects related to sustainability. And one thing that we can basically extend would be on halal. And I think that is something that we can do further, and maybe instead of just focusing for secondary students will continue to go because they are under the what we call the Eon Leadership Youth project. For halal, we can basically work together with university and institution to showcase, demonstrate ASEAN halal expert and halal talent. Again, not just the products, but also the talent behind it from countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, and all the other countries related.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kas. I think back to you, Dr. Nazria. This is a good opportunity where maybe we can, pick up on how we can work with Aeon on showcasing some of the research project that is done in UC. Yeah. All right. So we have now come to the concluding remarks. So it's at the end of every session, it's very important for us to kind of summarize what are the key takeaways that that we can kind of bring back with us and assist us in how are we going to move forward in this industry, in this halal industry. So I'm gonna ask Dr. Nazaria and then Dr. Fahmi and also Dr. Kasuma on what are the key takeaways that you think that to encapsulate everything or whatever that you have said today. Please, Dr. Nazaria.
If I represent the university actually, so I think in the university perspective, I think industry must collaborate with the university, and we need to support each other in terms of the curriculum structure, what the industry need, what can university provide. So I think we have to sit down together and then discuss what is requirement from the industry itself. But I think not just that university give something to industry, but industry also need to give back to university in terms of the fund money, something like sponsor. I mean, because we are depends totally with the government. So I think that's for to make industry halal, I think more growth forward. So I think we need to support each other, not just in terms of the knowledge, but also in the finance. Yeah, I think it's that my take on message here.
Yeah. Before you end, what are the things that you think the students need to prepare themselves before they go to the market?
Okay, for the Jackie requirement, the student must have a halal professional halal executive training to become a halal executive. So there is a certified and the certified training that student must have before they graduate, or maybe they can take after they graduate. But I think it's more easy to take before you graduate rather than after you graduate, because you still have using, you can still, when you are student, still can use the facility from university either than when you graduate or you want to apply for the training. So I think it's quite a bit late for that. So I think the skill that required for the student to become halal executive or some of the to involve in the halal, they must be knowledgeable and then very understanding about the knowledge that they want to apply in the university. The skills, the soft skill, I think is important to them, how to interact with the people. Like Ion said, that they have to tackle the heart of the people. So how to equip their students to the more manner or something that either than just knowledgeable in the halal industry.
Yeah, Dr. Nazaria, what are the trainings, if you can mention again, that is, like ready, is there before they graduate, before the students graduate? What are the two trainings just now you mentioned?
Halal executive training, we have called professional halal executive training. So that is required for students. And we have, when they are become halal executive, they need to go for the halal awareness and also halal certification. That is better before, after they graduate. But mostly we offer a lot of the training involved in food, like HACCP, GMP. That means that is the feedback from we receive a feedback from the graduate and from university. They said that there are lack about the training in food safety, food handling, HACCP, GMP, something like training like that. So I think that it's good if they can take the training before they graduate, rather than after they graduate in the food knowledge. The other thing is about we also provide the training related to fatwa also, that sijil pengajian Islam. So that means it just the student, although they are in the halal background, they also can halal science, but they also can have knowledge about how the fatwa come out with the halal. So I think it have a basic knowledge about the fatwa also. And then the other part is about if they want to become a slaughtered, then we have training on the slaughtered process. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
that is
thank you,
the
Dr.
halal. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Nazaria. Okay, I'm gonna ask Dr. Fahmi to kind of summarize the key takeaways for today's session, please.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nim. Of course, together with SMS chairman in West Kalimantan, we are trying to create tagline Food Basket Halal for Asia. And hopefully, with collaboration in our region together, we can become Food Basket Halal for the world. And of course, to face future challenge in the development of halal industry, collaboration between academics and industry in the region of Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Brunei, Philippines is needed. So in collaboration with university, we also want to learn more, learn from USIM or University Malaysia, the F1 first, and also with Mr. Kas Ion industry regarding the syllabus and also training. Yeah, maybe in the future we can create a program together. I think like that, Dr. Anim.
Okay, thank you. So collaborate with the industry and maybe creating programs together with industry as well. Yeah, right. So okay, last but not least, Dr. Kas.
Thank you. I think the key takeaway will be one is for the students, of course, the talent, very key. Because we are doing this for them. We want them to be successful. Halal is a growing market. The demand for halal food is basically expanding outside our borders. And very key that when the demand for the halal food grows, the people that basically work in halal industry also is needed. So opportunity is plenty. But the learning never stops. Even when basically you graduate, you still need to learn, you still need to get certification, you need to be agile and be open to new things. Just be open, take it with an open mind and grow and enjoy it. For halal graduates, basically all the best for you, and I think and I wish and I pray you will do very, very well. For the institution, for us, basically, collaboration, as mentioned just now, by Dr. Hanem and Dr. Fahmi is very, very, Dr. Nazaria is very, very key, very, very important. And I think we cannot work in silos, can? Cannot work in silos. We cannot afford to work in silos. That's number one. And number two, reality check is very, very important. Very key to not work in silos. And after that, do the reality check, because the market continue to grow. So whatever that basically we do today will basically change tomorrow, and we need to continuously improve and stay ahead of the game. For third is basically for companies like us, for Eon. For us, we exist because of the customer. We exist because of our community. We are nothing without the community and our customers. We want to always continue to be relevant to them, getting their trust. And we need to basically always improve ourselves, challenge ourselves, be open, collaborate with everybody. And I think that is in line with our basic philosophy, which is peace, planet, peace, people, planet, and having the community and people at the center. And we attach will to the pillar of our organization. By doing that, we always continue to be mobile, we continue to be agile, we move according to the direction of the community and the customer. We follow the customer demand, customer expectation, customer persona. So and at the end, I would like to basically pray that God, Allah, make it easy for us, guide us, give His redha for us in whatever that we do, because we know that kerja can also be ibadah. And I wish and I pray success for everybody. Inshallah, Amin.
Well, thank you, Dr. Kas. So I'm gonna do a little bit of summarizing everybody's key takeaways, where for the students, you have to keep keep on learning, keep yourself training, especially program Halal Executive or Professional Halal Executive has had GWP, like mentioned by Dr. Nazaria. And for the university has to collaborate with the industry, and the students, they need to keep on learning, because the halal market is growing, the workforce is plenty, so there are opportunities everywhere, you see. And universities also keep on collaborating, and they need to do reality check, and companies also need to be relevant and improve, and to move forward. I think we have come to the end of the session, but is it okay if, since we have a little bit more of time, like a few minutes, 10-15 minutes, can we open up Q&A sessions for the floor to ask questions? Is that allowed?
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for the wealth of knowledge you have offered us today from different facilitators. My name is Rafiu. I'm an international student in Malaysia here. I'm studying Halal Industry Management at IIUM, International Institute for Halal Training and Research in IHMC. So, and it is a good opportunity for international students. Also, I've taken some certification course on a Halal, certified Halal executive. But like I posted in the chat, one of the foremost challenges of halal industry, as it has been highlighted by the facilitators, is the shortage of human resources. And it is a global challenge. So my question, and I think my question is, instead of, limiting the problem or the challenges to West Asia or to Malaysia, because we are living in a global village now, a global competitive market. What can the industry players like the industry like Aeon Big and the various institutions do to create more halal human resources for international students in Malaysia? Because they can export. We are not looking. I think we should not be looking at only exporting halal products, but also exporting halal human resources. And it's an opportunity here in Malaysia because we have a lot of international students here. So what can the industry players, halal industry players, do in this regard?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Abdul Rafi. I think the question asked if you can read for the panelists, if you wish to, read. I think questions can be seen in the chat, in the group chat. Yeah, the question asked is opportunity to export halal talents. Yeah, and anybody would like to answer the questions?
I think for the salary, I think I can comment about that. We have an issue in the halal executive because industry mostly overuse the halal executive to do another job compared than do the halal. So that means there are discussed among each other about the halal executive. They want a fixed salary from the industry. That means if there are 3,000, then everything can get a 3,000 ringgit Malaysia. So they want to the fixed salary in the industry they want to request from the industry the fixed salary for halal executive actually. So that is what I can comment there. I think the salary is very low in Malaysia, but if you are fresh graduate, so you can be understandable. They are very low salary, but I think industry also must be tolerant with that. I think must be tolerant with the salary. There are overwork will give them give to them. So I think yeah, about salary.
Salary mismatch, yeah.
Yeah, the salary mismatch.
Okay. Well, I'm not so sure of what is the starting salary for fresh grad, but yeah, maybe Dr. Kas, do you have anything to say on this?
Okay, regarding salary, I think for us, when people basically join us, fresh graduate, the starting is basically 2-3, and when they basically join as a trainee, and after that basically it grows when they basically complete their training, the 4 months training, when they basically move into supervisor, and after that they can move basically higher as well as their career progress. Salary is the thing is about that is that basically it correspond directly with performance and also skills and also potential. And when basically they join us, they start as that, but after that individually they will grow. Some will grow even faster, quicker, depending on where they basically sit in our talent pipeline. talent profile. So with regards to salary is a tricky thing, but of course, for us, it's not just basically salary. Ion basically provide a total package, which basically include other allowances, which includes basically overtime, which includes other benefit for them, and include opportunity to basically for them to improve, to learn, to get new certification, to basically work not just basically in their department, but across the companies in Malaysia, because Ion basically, as mentioned, we have 9 Ion companies in Malaysia, and then Ion is not just in Malaysia, we have abroad as well. So they start 2-3, but they can basically grow very, very fast, very, very quickly, according to their performance and also their potential.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Gus. I'm going to pick up questions from our friend here, talking about how to find opportunities to, work outside of Malaysia. For example, mentioned here, African, other continents. Yeah, what are the routes if halal graduates from Malaysia wish to work in overseas market? What are the routes? Maybe, yeah.
I think it depends on the policy of the country, either they want to receive a foreigner or not, right? Because we have issue about to go, for example, to enter the Australia for the halal, for the work there. So I mean that our policy. But we have before this, graduate Usim received an offer from Australia also to work with them in the halal work. But I think you have to create your own field. You have to be visible first before you can apply the job outside. So that is my point. First point. I think if we talking about international, I think there are the halal certification process is different with Malaysia, but Malaysia also have JAKIM have an international module for the training for halal executive to have we call that certified body, CB, certified body in international. So like Africa, there are a few CB that are certified by JAKIM, and then but they are mostly about the import export market. But for the talent, I think you have to be brave to apply the job there, and then you have to be knowledgeable and you have to skill. But we can offer the halal job. For example, try to do a training as a slaughtered man, and then we can send outside to country to learn about. I mean, if in IFA itself, we provide a training either internationally or locally. So if we want to go internationally, so we have to build our own module. We cannot use the JAKIM module, and then we can create our homemade module. What is the country need for the training? So that is when we can offer from IFA. Yeah, we have international module for halal training.
I see. Okay. What about working opportunities in Indonesia, Dr. Fahmi?
Yeah, this is, I think, a good issue for the halal industry in the world. I can provide information in Indonesia. The halal certification obligation will be gained on October 17th, 2024. For good product, for food product, beverage, slaughter product, and slaughter services, raw material, food additive, and auxiliary ingredients for food and beverage product. So this is provide an opportunity for the development halal talent to be serious about developing the halal profession. So I think, can we, try to follow the develop of halal industry in the world. I think like that, Doctor.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Fahmi, Dr. Nazaria, and also Dr. Kas. Okay, we are finally coming to the end of this session. I do hope that everybody gets the gist of today's session, where basically what the aims of this is actually facilitate the exchange of knowledge, insights, and best practices related to the talent development in the halal industry. I do hope that um, every entities in the ecosystem, be it the institution, be it the talent, or be it the industry, can work together and facilitate the halal industry to be in a better condition and situation. And I think students, especially, or graduates, especially, when they wish to go into the market, they have to equip themselves. They have to not only having the whatever certificates that they can kind of pile up, but they need to also embed it with soft skills, with communication skills, with personality, equip themselves, humble, down to earth, like what Dr. Kas mentioned, and they have to collaborate, be able to collaborate, be able to market themselves, like what Dr. Nazaria said. You have to suit yourself with the industry and whatnot, you see. So I think that is the end remark of today's session, and I wish everybody all the best in your future endeavor. And thank you so much to our three panelists who have given us such a valuable inputs. Thank you, and please kalau kita kata jangan serik kalau kita invite lagi for another sessions, yeah, because what you guys have, the info, the insights are very, very kind of meaningful to us. Okay, with that, I thank you, and we end the session. I'm gonna hand it over to the MC. Off to you, MC.
Thank you, Dr. Sakas, Dr. Hanim, Dr. Nazaria, Dr. Maga. Thank you, Dr.
Once again, on behalf of organizer, we would like to record our thanks and appreciation to Yang Berusaha Dr. Hanim and our distinguished panel for the very intelligent session. We would also like to remind everyone that the parallel session will begin at 5 p.m. Please refer to the conference program book for your intended session, time, and dedicated links. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Shall we leave now?
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Dr. Hanim, Dr. Nazaria. Thank you, Atin.